Okay, I just got my Hubsan Zino Mini Pro in. I'm just going to do a test right out the box, the firmware that it came on there, and see what the camera looks like, see what the photos look like in the video, and check the gimbal out. And that's pretty much it for this video. I just want to see how it flies and the main functions. I want to know how the camera looks, how the video looks, and see how it flies. After that, we'll go through all the other stuff in other videos, but that's pretty much all I want to test in this first initial video. All right, here we go. Okay, into flight.
FPV has been turned off. It will turn on automatically after the aircraft takes off.
New aircraft upgrade. I'm going to cancel. Understood. Flip through that. Complete. Let's do a calibration. This is the firmware versions right here. Out the box, I'm not going to upgrade yet. I'm going to see how it flies without having it. So we'll go ahead and do the compass. Get it over grass. Face down. Okay. Wants me to do it again. Okay. FPV is turned off until you take off? That's weird. Let's turn my screen brightness up. It's all the way up. Now I can barely see the screen. Understood. I got 12 GPS satellites. Let's see what this says. So now it wants me to calibrate the vision. We'll do that another time. Did the compass. Yep, I just want to do a first flight. Shouldn't have any vision, obstacle avoidance. Okay, so I don't have obstacle avoidance until I calibrate it. So right now I just want to see how stable this is. I'm going to switch to video. What's my settings? Video settings, I have it at 4K 30. I'll go ahead and hit record. This is the first flight. Seems to be pretty stable. Drifting a little, just making sure it doesn't want to do any kind of drifting. Okay, let's take it out a little. So now I want to see if it flies straight. Some of the other Zinos had problems doing the crab walk. Altitude mode. Why? Okay. So I have 13 satellites right now. It's gonna push out. I'm in normal. Let's see what mode I'm in. I'm in expert mode, film mode, normal mode. So right now I'm in normal, and I just want to see if it crab walks. So I'll take it up a little and push straight out. Sticks are straight, making sure the aircraft's flying straight. And it is. I had problems with some of the, especially with the Zino 1, that where it would kind of fly like this, kind of to the side. But this one isn't doing it. Now I'm putting it back straight, and it's flying pretty well. So I'll hit return to home, see where it comes back to. Takeoff point. Horizon doesn't look bad for as small as it is. Hubsan usually does pretty good on the horizons. And now I'll tilt down. See how far. Yep, it does let me tilt all the way down. We'll see where it wants to land. Again, I took off from over here. Just let it come down. And it's way off. So I'll go ahead and move it back over. And let it land. Okay, see if the beeping stops. It did. In order to reduce power, so it cuts FPV off whenever. It would have been nice for that camera to tilt back up whenever it landed, but it didn't. That's a nice feature on the DJI, that the camera tilts up before it lands, so if you hit a rock or something, it doesn't hit the lens. I have 13 satellites. I'm gonna go ahead and take off again and try the video and photos again. The light comes on whenever it's taken off. Get it up in the air a little bit this time. And tilt my gimbal back up. Forgot to do that. Nice slow. Gimbal's pretty slow. So by default, the gimbal, I have it full sticks. Turning it to the left or turning it to tilt up, and that's how long it's taking. Let's get it up. See what happens when I go up. Let's change this to auxiliary light automatic. Search for parking apron. We'll try that later. Right now I'm set for, should be Google Maps. Trying to change it to feet. We'll make map mode satellite. And there we go. Change it to Imperial. See what else we have there. I don't want anything to. Oh, I want Imperial. Okay. Now I'm in feet. So I'll go ahead and go up 400 feet. Just push out a little in normal mode. Hit record on the video. So I got my antennas pointing towards where the drone is. $300. Okay. So I'll just park it right around here. And let's see what this does here. Let's zoom. See how detailed this zoom is. So right now I'm in 6 times, and it should be digital zoom. So it's not going to be the best. Okay. And let's go ahead and stop this. We'll switch over to camera. See our camera settings. JPEG. I want it in RAW. Let's see if it gives me JPEG and RAW or just RAW. And single shot photos. And it doesn't give me an option to change the size of my photos. So I was hoping I'd be able to change them to full frame or 4:3, but it doesn't look like it's going to let me do that. Single shot, bursting interval, yep, that's it. Okay, we'll take a picture. Okay, I'm going to go back and record video. Let's try 1080p at 90 frames per second. See what that looks like. Tilt it down. I'm not trying all of them this time. This is pretty much an initial flight. Just trying a couple of the different video file sizes. Stop recording. Let's go 2.7 at 60. So if you want that 60K and not 30 frames, or if you want that 60 frames and not 30, the most you can do is 2.7K. So if this 2.7K video looks good enough, then it's pretty much all you need, and you can still do your 60 frames per second. Got a little bit of a gimbal tilt. See if I let off the sticks, if it adjusts itself, or do I need to make adjustments? Looks like it's leveling off. Hit stop here, and I'll put on grid lines. Seems like it would take a little bit. Gimbal, let's go this way. See which way we're going. It's obviously the wrong way. We'll go to 0 and then go back. Well, we'll just leave it at 0 because it current environment has a lot of interference to GPS. Be careful. Okay, hit record again. See if the horizon fixes itself. Let's go in here one more time. Looks like it leveled out. just about. Let's try this, see if it did anything. It's worse when it gets over here. Let's get here. So I'm gonna just leave it at 0 and know that I'm gonna have a little bit of horizon tilt for now until I fix that. Just flying out recording, and I'm gonna go back into go back into 4K, 30 frames. Hit record and just fly it around. I'm going to try to keep it to where the gimbal, to where I show the horizon so you can see how the gimbal's doing. How many GPS satellites? Got 16. Let's try shaking this up a little. So I might need to do a horizontal calibration. Maybe that'll fix the gimbal, I'm not sure yet. See that if I turn. Checking the map, make sure the map works. Let's click there. Maps is working. So again, this is my first flight. All the initial testing is working. Let's see how fast it's going. I'm up to coming back this way. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. USB disconnected. But I show that I am my distance is decreasing. I hear it. I don't see it down here. Let's go ahead and unplug. Plug in. Hit OK. There we go. So I had to unplug and plug back in. You just gotta be careful when you're messing with this USB. That's all the Hubsans. Usually you need to switch this out for a better cable. It would be nice if I'm in feet on my, if I change the imperial here, that it changed it on the controller. My controller still says meters, so my distance up here says 76 meters, and down here it has a distance of down here it has a distance of 250 feet. Alright, here's my quick conclusion of my first flight test. All I wanted to do was get in there, check out the photos and video quality. Let's go turn around and do another photo. And bring it in. I did get some clouds just now. Sun went behind the clouds. But I just wanted to see if I can get it connected. Mine connected fairly easily. Maybe that's because I've used Hubsan in the past, but not with this phone. So it connected easy for me. And I know other people have been having connection issues, but I didn't have any issues connecting. I did find a dropout once. Maybe I hit the cable, who knows, but I did have a USB disconnection. We'll see if we get that a lot with this drone, and if so, I'll swap this cable out. The photos and videos worked fine. I was able to change the feet. I flew out a little ways, didn't have any problems. When I went to return home, I was a little off. I'll go ahead and do it again. See how close to home it gets. I do have some gimbal issues, but there aren't too many drones that I've had that I haven't had gimbal issues. Hopefully I can iron these out. And I'm not touching it, letting it land. And it took off from over here. Now tilt the camera up because it doesn't tilt up by itself. That would have been another good thing to do. And I actually took off from over here. Let it land. Okay. I was pushing up when it was trying to land. I was trying to have it turn over, but for some reason I wanted to keep going over this way when it was trying to land. Another thing is your FPV turns off until you take off. That's a little different. Never seen that before. Until you get in the air, your FPV will not be on. So I'll make sure I do some more videos. I'll try to get this obstacle avoidance working. Try to see what kind of flight modes that we have that work. Doesn't look like, looks like some of them will be available later. We have your follow me, we'll try all that later. I just wanted to do photos and videos and do a quick video. Okay, so stick around to the channel. I know it'll weigh less if I don't have this guard on here. Which is weird, is this has an SD card slot in it, but you can't put an SD card slot in. You can't put an SD card in there. That's kind of strange. All the other Hubsans had an SD card, and it's kind of weird that this one didn't include an SD card slot. Alright, so please like and subscribe, and stay tuned to my channel. I'm going to be doing a lot more tests with this Hubsan Zino Mini Pro, and we'll see how it does. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time.